news now, Nick, and a comedian who is in very deep water. She hasn't even appeared on headliners. What's she done wrong?
Yeah, I know. Malaysia asks Interpol to track down comedian over a joke, and it's about the Malaysian airline, of course. And I've watched the joke. This is Jocelyn Chia, and she's a Singaporean-American. And I've watched the joke. It wasn't that funny, but it certainly shouldn't be investigated. She said something about how their airplanes can't fly, and the best bit was she said some jokes don't land, which was not bad. It was
hacky.
Yeah, it was a bit hacky. It was reasonably funny.
The drift of the routine is that Singapore has become a first world country and
Malaysia's still being developed.
Still lagging behind, yeah.
But obviously it's absurd to have this hysteria about it, and we see this all the time now with jokes. So the Singapore foreign minister said, "I'm appalled by her horrendous statements." We always have to defend their statements. Yeah. We saw this with Jimmy Carr. UK politicians, Labour politicians, were going like, "Oh, statements." They're not statements, they're jokes. Yeah. It's completely disingenuous and absurd. And one thing I'd just add is that we get more and more of this when we have a global world connected by social media, because jokes, right, my theory on this is the more local, the better. So the funniest times you have are with your school friends, because you have so many shared references. Then as you expand to the country, it's a bit harder. But as you expand internationally, it's almost impossible not to offend someone. So obviously, well, Singapore and Malaysia are offended by this, but she's doing it in America, where it wouldn't have been a problem.
She's done her best to make to create that kind of in-group. You're absolutely right. The in-joke is the funniest joke. She's tried to recreate that as a vibe, and it has fallen flat.
I'm surprised people got the reference to the Malaysian flight that disappeared. I mean, some people are going to know it, but I imagine a lot. But this person, Intan Mazura Otham, said, "Inferiority and insecurity can sometimes turn people into this ugly, self-loathing persona and manifest itself as an awkward and heartless." That's the best description of a comedian I've ever read.
That is absolutely on the nose.
Absolutely nailed it.
And the other part you've sort of almost hinted at there is she's still doing a joke from 2014. It's material that she's got that works, so she doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah. But it is, I mean, if I remember rightly, there was never any suggestion that Malaysian incompetence was behind that. It was a question of who shot it down, wasn't it?
Was it Russia?
It was either Russia or Ukraine, wasn't it, at the time? It was all at the time of the... it went down over what was the previous iteration of the current one.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's not... I mean, it doesn't even work from that point of view. Anyway, we're going to workshop that in the break.